Welcome to Top Branded Coins, the place where we dive deep into the most valuable and rare coins you could possibly find in your pocket change. Today, we're about to uncover the hidden treasures of some Washington quarters that are worth thousands. Yes, I said thousands. You might be holding a fortune and not even know it. From mint errors to rare variations, these coins could fetch you anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 or even more at auction. So, stay tuned because you don't want to miss any of these incredible finds. The 1980p Washington Quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932. While most 1980p quarters are common and were produced in large quantities, certain factors such as condition, mint errors, and collector demand can influence the value and desirability of specific coins. Here's a detailed look at the history, characteristics, and value of the most rare 1980p Washington quarters. History of the 1980p Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter series was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1980, the design, which had been largely unchanged for nearly 5 decades, was still in circulation. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings. Transition to copper-nickel clad composition. Before 1965, quarters were composed of 90% silver. Due to a nationwide silver shortage, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition for the quarter starting in 1965. By 1980, the quarter was still made of a copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel, a composition that continues today. This switch made silver quarters prior to 1965 more valuable due to their metal content. 1980 mintage. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint struck a substantial number of quarters, producing over 635 million of them. As a result, most 1980p quarters are relatively common, particularly those that were released for circulation. However, there are rare varieties and mint errors that can make some 1980p Washington quarters more valuable. Mint errors. Some 1980p Washington quarters feature striking errors that significantly enhance their value. Rarity and value of the 1980p Washington Quarter. As mentioned, the 1980p Washington Quarter is generally considered a common coin due to its high mintage, but certain factors like mint errors and grade can elevate its value. Value of common 1980p quarters. For most circulated 1980p Washington quarters, the value remains close to face value, or 25 cents. These coins are typically found in worn condition, which means they have little to no numismatic value beyond what they're worth for spending. Circulated condition. In lower circulated grades, a 1980p Washington Quarter is worth about $5 to $10. Uncirculated condition. In MS60, MS63 condition, a 1980p quarter could be worth $10 to $50. Value of high-grade 1980p quarters. For high-grade examples, especially those that have been professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, the value can increase substantially. Mint State 65. In this grade, the coin is worth around $50 to $100. Mint State 66 and higher. Coins graded MS66 and above are more rare and can fetch $100 to $500 or more, depending on the demand. Value of error coins. Error coins are where the 1980p Washington Quarter becomes more valuable. These errors can make a common coin quite rare. Off-center strikes. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these coins can be worth anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s. Coins that are 10% to 20% off-center are more common, while more drastic errors, like 50% off-center, are extremely valuable. Double die errors. If a 1980p quarter features doubling on the obverse or reverse, the value could range from $100 to $5,000 or more, depending on the strength and location of the doubling. Clipped planchet. Clipped planchet errors can also be valuable, typically selling $100p to $4,000, depending on the size of the clip. 4. Collecting the 1980p Washington Quarter. While the 1980p quarter is common, error coins and high-grade uncirculated examples are highly collectible. The 1981p Washington Quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932. This quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and is relatively common, though certain high-grade examples and error coins can carry significant value for collectors. History of the 1981p Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was originally introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday in 1932, and by 1981, it remained one of the most circulated coins in the U.S. The obverse, designed by John Flanagan, features a profile of George Washington, and the reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings, a design used until 1998 when the state quarters program began. Copper-nickel clad composition. Since 1965, quarters have been minted with a copper-nickel clad composition, replacing the earlier 90% silver coins. The 1981 P quarter, like its predecessors, consists of an inner core of copper with outer layers of nickel. Rarity and value of the 1981 P Washington quarter. Most 1981 P quarters found today are in circulated condition and typically only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition or with notable mint errors can be more valuable. Circulated value. For quarters that have been in circulation, their value remains at face value unless they exhibit exceptional qualities. Even though millions of these coins were struck, finding one in pristine condition is less common. Circulated condition, typically worth $5 to $20. Uncirculated and mint state grades, high-grade coins, particularly those that have been preserved in uncirculated condition, can be worth more. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. MS-60 to MS-63, these coins are in uncirculated condition with some minor imperfections. They can be valued at $20 to $50. MS-64 to MS-65, higher-grade uncirculated coins with minimal contact marks are worth between $50 and $100. MS-66 and above, premium uncirculated coins in MS-66 or higher are rare and may be worth $100 to $1,000 or more. Error coins. As with many coins, error varieties are more valuable and sought after by collectors. Error coins can include off-center strikes. A quarter that is struck off-center by 5% or more can be worth anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s depending on the severity. Double dies. If doubling occurs in the coin's design, such as in the lettering or Washington's profile, these coins can be very valuable, with prices ranging from $1,000 to several $5,000. Clipped planchets. This error occurs when a portion of the coin is missing due to a defective planchet. These errors can be worth $1,000 to $4,500, depending on the size of the clip. Collecting the 1981 P Washington quarter. Though the 1981 P Washington quarter is a common coin, collecting it in high-grade or error varieties can be rewarding. Here are a few tips for collectors. Look for errors. When searching for rare 1981 P quarters, be on the lookout for common mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped planchets. Error coins can often be found in circulation or in unsearched rolls of quarters. Focus on condition. For collectors interested in high-grade quarters, focusing on coins that have minimal wear and are well-preserved is key. Buying certified coins from professional grading services ensures that you're getting a high-quality example. The 1982 P Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, minted during a year when no official uncirculated sets were issued by the U.S. Mint, making high-grade examples more sought after by collectors. While the coin is common in circulation, certain high-grade and error varieties carry significant value. History of the 1982 P Washington quarter. The Washington quarter series began in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, with a design by John Flanagan. The 1982 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia and, like other quarters of its time, was composed of copper-nickel. However, 1982 stands out because it was one of the years during which the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets, making high-quality examples less common and driving up demand among collectors. Copper-nickel clad composition. Like other quarters from 1965 onward, the 1982 P Washington quarter was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, with an inner core of copper and an outer layer of nickel. This replaced the 90% silver composition used for quarters prior to 1965. Rarity and value of the 1982 P Washington quarter. While the 1982 P Washington quarter is common in circulation, certain factors like condition, errors, and scarcity of high-grade specimens make some coins more valuable. Circulated value. Most circulated 1982 P quarters have little additional value beyond face value due to their high mintage and the fact that they were heavily circulated. Circulated condition, typically worth $5 to $20. Uncirculated and mint state grades. Because no official mint sets were issued in 1982, high-grade uncirculated examples are more difficult to find, making them more valuable. These coins are often graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better quality and detail. MS60 to MS63, coins in lower mint state grades, MS60, MS63, typically sell for $20 to $50. MS64 to MS65, higher mint state grades, MS64, MS65, can be worth between $50 and $100. MS66 and above, premium grade coins in MS66 or higher are more valuable, with prices ranging from $100 to $500 or more, depending on the condition. Era coins, era varieties of the 1982 P quarter are particularly sought after by collectors. Some of the most notable errors include off-center strikes. These occur when the coin is struck off-center, with part of the design missing. Off-center errors can be worth anywhere from $100 to several $500, depending on the degree of the error. Double dies, coins with doubling on the obverse or reverse, particularly in the lettering or design elements, can be highly valuable. These errors can range from $100 to several $1,000s. Collecting the 1982 P Washington quarter. Despite the high mintage, the 1982 P Washington quarter presents an interesting opportunity for collectors due to the absence of mint sets that year and the possibility of finding rare mint errors. Here are some tips for collectors. The 1983 P Washington quarter is notable among collectors for several reasons, including its scarcity in high grades and the absence of official mint sets that year, making uncirculated examples more difficult to find. The coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. History of the 1983 P Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter, designed by John Flanagan, was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1983 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and like other quarters from the era, it was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. Circulation and usage. In 1983, quarters were heavily circulated and used in everyday commerce. The U.S. economy was recovering from a recession, and many coins from this period show heavy wear. This further reduces the availability of high-grade examples, which are particularly valuable to collectors. Richie and value of the 1983 P Washington cart. The 1983 P quarter is common in circulated grades, but its value increases significantly in higher uncirculated grades due to the factors mentioned earlier. Collectors prize coins that have been preserved in mint condition, and era varieties can also fetch higher prices. Circulated value. Circulated 1983 P quarters are generally only worth face value, as they were produced in large quantities and heavily used in commerce. Circulated condition, typically worth $5 to $20. Uncirculated and mint state grades. Because no official mint sets were produced in 1983, uncirculated coins are harder to find, which increases their value. The most desirable examples are those with little to no wear and sharp details. MS60 to MS63, coins in lower mint state grades, MS60, MS63, typically sell for $20 to $50. MS64 to MS65, higher grade uncirculated coins, MS64, MS65, are valued between $50 and $100. MS66 and above, premium grade coins, MS66 or higher, are much rarer and can command prices of $100 to $200 or more, especially if they have excellent luster and eye appeal. Era coins from 1983 can be significantly more valuable. Collectors actively seek out error varieties such as off-center strikes. These errors occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the strike. Depending on the degree of the off-center strike, these coins can be worth between $500 and several $100s. Double dies. If there is doubling in the design, particularly on the obverse lettering or Washington's portrait, these coins can be worth several $1,000s depending on the severity of the error. Clipped planchets. This error occurs when a portion of the coin is missing due to a defect in the blank planchet. These coins are worth $1,000 to $3,000, depending on the size of the clip. Collecting the 1983 P Washington quarter. Due to the lack of official mint sets, collecting high-grade 1983 P quarters can be a challenge, but it is also rewarding. Collectors should focus on finding well-preserved examples and be on the lookout for error varieties. Searching for high-grade coins. Without mint sets from 1983, collectors must rely on finding uncirculated coins from other sources, such as bank rolls or private collections. It can be difficult to locate these high-grade coins. but when found, they can be valuable additions to a collection. The 1984 P. Washington Quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series that has been produced since 1932. Like many quarters from the 1980s, its value primarily depends on its condition and whether it exhibits any rare errors. Although 1984 quarters are common in circulation, high-grade examples and error varieties can be valuable to collectors. History of the 1984 P. Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter series was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the Washington Quarter's obverse features a portrait of Washington, while the reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings. In 1984, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 676 million Washington quarters, making the coin relatively common in circulation. This quarter, like others from the post-1965 era, was minted in a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than silver. Rarity and value of the 1984 P. Washington Quarter. The 1984 P. Quarter is common in circulation, but its value increases significantly for higher-grade, uncirculated examples or coins with error varieties. Circulated value. The majority of 1984 P. Washington Quarters found in circulation have only face value due to their high mintage and extensive use in commerce. Circulated condition, typically worth $5 to $15, depending on wear and tear. Uncirculated and mint state grades. Uncirculated or mint state coins, particularly those graded by professional grading services, are more valuable. Coins in mint state have sharp details, strong luster, and no signs of wear, which makes them appealing to collectors. MS-60 to MS-63. In lower mint state grades, MS-60, MS-63, a 1984 P. Quarter may be worth $20 to $60. MS-64 to MS-65. Higher grades, MS-64, MS-65, typically sell for $59 to $100. MS-66 and above. In top mint state grades, MS-66 or higher, the value can jump significantly, with coins fetching anywhere from $100 to $500 or more, depending on the coin's overall appearance and luster. Error coins. As with many other coins from this period, error varieties of the 1984 P. Quarter can be highly sought after by collectors. Some notable errors include off-center strikes. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the strike, leaving part of the design missing. The value of an off-center strike depends on how far off-center the coin was struck and can range from $200 to several $1,000s. Double dies. If the coin exhibits doubling in any of its design elements, particularly in the inscriptions or Washington's portrait, it can be quite valuable. Double die errors can range from $1,000 to several $5,000, depending on the severity. Collecting the 1984 P. Washington Quarter. For collectors, the 1984 P. Washington Quarter presents a few opportunities, especially if the goal is to assemble a high-grade collection or to find error varieties. Since the coin is common in circulation, the challenge is often in locating pristine examples. The 1985 P. Washington Quarter is part of the standard Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932. Like other quarters minted during the 1980s, it was struck with a copper-nickel-clad composition and is commonly found in circulation. Despite its large mintage, certain factors, such as condition and potential errors, can impact the coin's value for collectors. History of the 1985 P. Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin's design, created by John Flanagan, features a left-facing profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 775,818,962 Washington Quarters. This large mintage means the coin is generally not considered rare in circulated condition, but some uncirculated or high-grade examples, as well as error coins, can be valuable to collectors. Value of the 1985 P. Washington Quarter. Due to the large mintage, the 1985 P. Washington Quarter is readily available in circulation and does not typically command high prices. However, uncirculated examples in higher mint state grades, as well as error coins, can hold more value. Circulated coins. Circulated value. Quarters that have been in circulation, with wear and tear, generally hold a value of face value $5 to about $20, depending on condition. Uncirculated and mint state coins, MS-60 to MS-63, coins in lower mint state grades, MS-60, MS-63, are typically valued around $20 to $50. MS64 to MS65, higher grade coins, such as MS64 to MS65, may fetch around $5p to $100. MS66 and above, the most valuable 1985p quarters are those in top mint state grades, MS66 or above. These coins can be valued at $50 to $150 or more, depending on their overall quality, luster, and strike. Coins graded MS67 and higher can reach values upwards of $300. Error coins are particularly sought after by collectors due to their uniqueness. The following are some common errors that may be found on 1985p quarters. Off-center strikes. These errors occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the strike, resulting in a portion of the design being missing. Off-center errors can be worth $150 to $500, depending on the degree of the misstrike. Double die. If a double die error is present, where part of the design or inscriptions appear doubled, the coin's value can increase significantly. Double die errors are typically valued from $500 to several thousand of dollars, depending on the severity. Collecting the 1985p Washington quarter. While the 1985p Washington quarter is not rare in circulated condition, collectors may still seek out high-grade examples or error varieties. Mint state coins, MS60 and above, are those that have not been circulated and show no signs of wear. Collectors often focus on obtaining higher-grade examples, particularly those graded MS66 or higher, as these coins have sharper details, better luster, and fewer imperfections. Error coins, as mentioned, can be an exciting area for collectors. Finding error quarters in unsearched coin rolls or through bulk lots can provide a rewarding hunt for numismatists. Some collectors specialize in error coins due to their uniqueness and added value. The 1986p Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1932. Though it was a widely minted and circulated coin, certain factors such as mint errors, high-grade conditions, and other factors can influence its value for collectors. History of the 1986p Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was initially designed by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design has remained relatively unchanged until the state quarter series began in 1999, making the 1986p quarter part of the traditional Washington quarter series. In 1986, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 551,616,000 quarters. While this makes the coin relatively common, there are exceptions where certain error coins or high-quality specimens in mint state are worth significantly more to collectors. Value of the 1986p Washington quarter. Because the 1986p Washington quarter was mass-produced and widely circulated, its value in circulated condition is generally low. However, higher-grade, uncirculated coins or error coins can fetch premium prices. Circulated coins, circulated value. Most circulated 1986p quarters are only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, in certain conditions, some may fetch around 50 cents to $1, but this depends on the level of wear. Uncirculated and mint state coins, MS60 to MS63, lower grade mint state coins, MS60, MS63, are typically valued between $1 and $5. MS64 to MS65, coins graded in MS64 to MS65 can be worth around $5 to $10. MS66, quarters graded MS66, which have exceptional quality, are valued at around $20 to $30. MS67 and above, coins graded MS67 or higher, where the strike and overall quality are considered superb, may be valued upwards of $100, depending on the market demand. Error coins are highly prized by collectors because of their rarity and uniqueness. Several types of errors can occur in the minting process, making these coins particularly valuable. Off-center strikes. When a quarter is not aligned correctly in the die, it results in an off-center strike. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. Off-center strikes on 1986p quarters can be worth anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on the percentage of the design that is missing. Double die errors. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, resulting in doubled designs, often seen in the lettering or images. Double die errors can increase the coin's value significantly, with prices ranging from $100 to several $100s depending on the prominence of the doubling. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet error occurs when the coin blank is improperly cut, resulting in a missing section of the coin. Depending on the size and location of the clipped area, these error coins can be worth $20 to $100 or more. Die cracks and cuts. If there is a crack or imperfection in the die used to strike the coins, it can leave raised lines or blobs of metal, cuds, on the coin's surface. These errors vary in value but can range from $10 to $50 or more, depending on the extent and location of the error. Collecting the 1986 P Washington quarter. Even though the 1986 P quarter is common, collectors still seek high-quality examples and error coins, which add interest and rarity to a collection. Uncirculated coins and mint-state examples. Collectors often focus on finding uncirculated coins with no signs of wear. Coins that have been well preserved and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state, MS, conditions are highly sought after. Coins graded MS66 or higher are particularly valuable and can sell for significantly higher prices compared to circulated coins. Proof coins. Although proof versions of the Washington quarter were not made in Philadelphia in 1986, proof quarters were struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark. Collectors may look for proof sets from the same era to enhance their collections. Proof coins are struck with a special process that gives them a higher level of detail and a mirror-like finish. Error coins. As previously mentioned, error coins are a major draw for collectors. The uniqueness and rarity of error coins such as off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks make them highly collectible and valuable. Collectors often look for these errors in unsearched rolls of quarters or in bulk coin lots. Grading and certification. For those seeking to maximize the value of their 1986 P Washington quarters, having the coin graded by a professional service can significantly enhance its marketability. Coins graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are authenticated and assigned a numeric grade based on their condition. Higher grades, especially MS67 or above, can command premium prices. Conclusion. The 1986 P Washington quarter, while common in circulated condition, can still be valuable in mint state grades or if it has a notable mint error. Most circulated examples will only hold their face value or slightly more, but uncirculated coins in MS66 or higher can reach prices of $20 to $100 or more. Error coins are especially prized, with some fetching hundreds of dollars depending on the type of error and its severity. Collectors looking for the 1986 P quarter should focus on obtaining high-grade, certified examples or rare error coins to maximize the coin's potential value. The 1987 P Washington quarter is a part of the long-standing Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The coin has maintained its role as an essential piece of U.S. currency and remains a collectible among numismatists due to its history, errors, and high-grade examples. History of the 1987 P Washington quarter. The Washington quarter's design remained largely unchanged from its inception in 1932 until 1998, before the introduction of the 50-state quarters program. The 1987 P Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the P mint mark on the obverse front of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's bust. During this period, Washington quarters were value of the 1987 P Washington quarter. The value of the 1987 P Washington quarter primarily depends on its condition and whether it has any mint errors. Most circulated examples have little to no additional value beyond their face value, but uncirculated and error coins can be worth more. Circulated coins, circulated value. Due to its high mintage and commonality, the 1987 P quarter in circulated condition is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. Coins with moderate wear usually fetch $5 to $20, depending on the level of wear and tear. Uncirculated coins and mint state values. Uncirculated coins that have not entered circulation and show no signs of wear are more valuable to collectors. The coin's condition is typically graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from MS60, mint state, but with minor imperfections, to MS70, perfect condition. Here's a breakdown of value by condition. MS60, MS63, coins in the lower mint state range, MS60, MS63, generally fetch between $20 and $50. MS64, MS65, coins in higher mint states, MS64, MS65, can be valued at around $50 to $100. MS66, coins graded MS66 can be worth $100 to $400, depending on their eye appeal, luster, and market demand. MS67, high-grade coins, MS67 and above, are much rarer and can sell for $200 to $500 or more. These coins exhibit sharp details, exceptional luster, and are often sought by serious collectors. Error coins. Error coins are highly collectible and often command significant premiums due to their rarity and uniqueness. Some potential errors to look for in 1987 P Washington quarters include off-center strikes. These errors occur when the coin is not properly aligned in the coining press, resulting in an off-center design. Off-center strikes with more than 10% of the design missing can be worth $500 to $1,150, depending on the severity of the error. Double die errors. A double die error occurs when the design is impressed twice on the coin with slight misalignment. These errors can be highly valuable, especially if the doubling is prominent in the lettering or design elements. Depending on the degree of doubling, such errors could fetch $5,500 or more. Grading the 1987 P Washington quarter, professional grading is key to determining the value of uncirculated coins, particularly those in higher mint states, MS66 and above. Grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, authenticate coins and assign grades based on a variety of factors, including strike quality, the sharpness and clarity of the coin's design. Surface preservation, the number and visibility of marks, scratches, or imperfections. Luster, the natural shine of the coin's metal surface. Eye appeal, the overall attractiveness of the coin, including its color and toning. Coins with higher grades, particularly MS66 and MS67, are significantly more valuable due to their rarity in such well-preserved conditions. Error coins. For those who enjoy collecting error coins, the 1987 P Washington quarter offers some exciting possibilities. Error coins, such as off-center strikes, double die errors, or die cracks, are much rarer and can provide a unique challenge for collectors seeking to complete a full set of Washington quarters. The 1988 P Washington quarter is part of the ongoing Washington quarter series that began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 1988 coin is significant in the series due to its design, mintage figures, and the role it plays in the history of U.S. currency. History of the 1988 P Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American coinage since its introduction. The design has remained largely unchanged since its initial release, with the obverse featuring George Washington's portrait and the reverse depicting a heraldic eagle. The 1988 P Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P mint mark located just to the right of Washington's bust. In the year 1988, the U.S. Mint produced a substantial number of quarters, contributing to a high circulation level. The total mintage for the 1988 P quarter was 754,546,000, making it a common date coin within the Washington quarter series. Value of the 1988 P Washington quarter. The value of the 1988 P Washington quarter is primarily influenced by its condition and whether it features any mint errors. Generally, coins from this year do not command high values, but certain conditions and errors can significantly increase their worth. Circulated coins. For circulated examples, the 1988 P Washington quarter is often worth its face value of 25 cents. Coins in this condition typically range from 25 cents to 50 cents, depending on their wear. Uncirculated coins and mint state values. Uncirculated coins are more valuable due to their condition. Here's a breakdown based on mint state grades. MS60, MS63. Coins graded in this lower mint state range can fetch between $10 and $20. MS64, MS65. Higher mint state coins typically have values around $15 to $50. MS66. These coins can be valued between $20 and $150, depending on their luster and eye appeal. MS67 and above. Exceptional examples graded at MS67 or higher can command prices of $400 or more, depending on collector interest and market conditions. Error coins. Certain errors can make the 1988 P Washington quarter particularly valuable. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin is not perfectly aligned in the coining press, resulting in a misaligned design. Off-center strikes can be worth between $150 and $500, depending on the degree of misalignment. Double die errors. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, leading to a noticeable doubling effect. Such errors can fetch $900 or more, depending on visibility and severity. Clipped planchet, these coins are missing a portion of their surface due to a flaw in the blank. Clipped planchets can range from $500 to $1,000 based on the size of the clip. Grading the 1988 P. Washington quarter, the value of uncirculated coins is heavily influenced by professional grading. Services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, authenticate coins and assign grades based on various criteria, such as strike quality, the sharpness and detail of the design. Surface preservation, the number and visibility of marks, scratches, or other imperfections. Luster, the natural shine of the metal surface. Eye appeal, overall attractiveness, including color and toning. Error coins, the appeal of collecting error coins continues to grow, and the 1988 P. Washington quarter offers potential opportunities for error hunting. Collectors can actively seek out unique examples that stand out due to their flaws. The 1989 P. Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which began in 1932. This coin is significant not just for its design and history but also for its mintage and the factors affecting its value. History of the 1989 P. Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was initially introduced to honor George Washington on the bicentennial of his birth. The series has undergone several design changes over the years, but the basic design by John Flanagan has remained in use since its introduction. View of the 1989 P. Washington quarter. The value of the 1989 P. Washington quarter is influenced by its condition, rarity, and the presence of any mint errors. Generally, coins from this year do not command high prices due to their large mintage, but certain factors can increase their worth. Circulated coins. For circulated examples, the 1989 P. Washington quarter is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. Coins in this condition usually range from $5 to $20, depending on their level of wear. Uncirculated coins and mint state values. Uncirculated coins are more valuable. Here's a breakdown based on mint state grades. MS60, MS63, coins graded in this lower mint state range can sell for around $20 to $50. MS64, MS65, higher mint state coins generally have values from $50 to $100. MS66, coins graded MS66 can be valued between $100 and $200, depending on their luster and eye appeal. MS67 and above. Exceptional examples graded at MS67 or higher can command prices of $500 or more, contingent on collector demand and market conditions. Error coins. Certain mint errors can enhance the value of the 1989 P. Washington quarter. Off-center strikes. Coins struck off-center may be worth between $500 and $1,150, depending on the degree of misalignment. Double die errors. This error occurs when a coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, creating a noticeable doubling effect. Such errors can fetch $3,500 or more, depending on visibility and severity. Grading the 1989 P. Washington quarter. The value of uncirculated coins heavily depends on professional grading. Grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, authenticate coins and assign grades based on various criteria, including strike quality, the sharpness and detail of the design. Surface preservation, the presence and visibility of marks, scratches, or other imperfections. Luster, the natural shine of the metal surface. Eye appeal, overall attractiveness, including color and toning. Collecting the 1989 P. Washington quarter. While the 1989 P. Washington quarter is considered common, it is still a significant piece for collectors. Many collectors focus on acquiring uncirculated examples or error coins to enhance the value of their collections. Error coins. The appeal of collecting error coins continues to grow, and the 1989 P. Washington quarter offers potential opportunities for error hunting. Collectors can actively seek out unique examples that stand out due to their flaws.